Every year, the test match at the Sydney Cricket Ground turns pink to raise awareness and funds for breast cancer. It started as a way to remember cricketer Glenn McGrath's wife, Jane, who, as you all know, lost her life to breast cancer, but has worked tirelessly to improve the care provided to others diagnosed with the disease, in fact, right through her 2 battles with breast cancer. And it's now one of the significant events on Australia's sporting calendar. We're joined from the SCG by Glenn McGrath. Glenn, great to have you with us this morning. Thank you.
Thank you and good morning.
Now, look, I was looking up your records. I think 61 runs was the most you ever made as a batsman. Not surprising you were a bowler, but you've hit your maiden ton with this amazing effort.
Yeah, no, it's been absolutely incredible. I was a bit shabby with the bat. I never got to my 100, but here now with the McGrath Foundation, we've just signed off on our 100th breast care nurse, and that's absolutely incredible. That makes me feel so proud. The support we've got from people right across this incredible country of ours is amazing, and here we are at the 6th pink Sydney Test, and you know, it's just getting bigger and bigger every year, and I'm just so proud and so humble with everything that's happened.
Are you surprised with the momentum that this event has gathered?
Well, I am. I'm just blown away. You know, we think back 6 years ago when we had the first one and didn't know what to expect, and that was absolutely incredible. And since then, it's just grown every year. And just to see both teams come out and support us, they've got their pink logos from Cricket Australia, Cricket New South Wales, SCG Trust, Channel 9, The Works, everyone involved with cricket turning pink, and then the crowd and the supporters coming out. You know, you come out here on day 3, if you're not wearing pink, you feel out of place, and so to think that we've been able to achieve that is amazing. When I grew up, you wouldn't have pink anywhere near your cricket gear, but now it's yeah, people wear it proudly, which is great.
Which is wonderful. And of course, when you were growing up, sport was all about adversity. There weren't that many very public displays where the community and sport came together so brilliantly. This is such a great example of just how powerful sport and community working together can be.
Well, exactly right. And, you know, thinking back to when we first set the McGrath Foundation up, we felt if we could help one person, then it's worthwhile. And to think that we've supported over 25,000 Australian families in the last 5 years is incredible. And, you know, it just goes to show that sport can break down all barriers and, you know, bring everyone together. Being a country boy, it brings the community together. And here at the Sydney Test, just to see everyone coming out wearing pink, and no matter where you're from, what race, religion, whatever, still getting behind us and, you know, supporting, you know, the McGrath Foundation and women, men and their families going through breast cancer all across the country. So it is pretty amazing. And
you're right to point out that, of course, men do get breast cancer as well, although the numbers are very much down. And, of course, more and more women are diagnosed every year. Luckily, more and more survive. Tell us about the nurses themselves and why it was so important to Jane that that's where the money went.
Yeah, well, the nurses play a huge part in the support role. When Jane was first diagnosed in '97, we had to go through the whole journey ourselves. And then in 2003, when she had the recurrence, there was a breast care nurse available. And the difference it made to our lives, but especially to Jane's, was incredible. And they're every step of the way from diagnosis right through treatment. They have all the information you need, the support required, both mental and physical, the works. And it's just someone there to bounce things off, and the difference it makes is huge. So, you know, I'm lucky I get to travel Australia. I've spoken to a lot of people who have dealt with our nurses, and they say the difference it's made in their lives is huge. And hearing those stories inspires me to keep going, and lets me know what we're doing at the foundation is having a big effect. Yeah,
because so many people do talk about that uncertainty that doctors obviously aren't able to say too much at the beginning of a breast cancer diagnosis because they're not quite sure what the journey's going to be like. So there's a lot of uncertainty for the patient, perhaps once surgery's out of the way, and they're going through chemotherapy.
Well, exactly right, and it's you know, it's something that doesn't just affect the wife or the woman, it affects our whole family, and to play the support role not only for the person going through the breast cancer, but the rest is very important to us too. So, you know, it's quite a traumatic time to find out that you've got cancer or breast cancer, and just to have someone there just to keep things in check and know where you're supposed to be and play that support role makes a big difference.
What about for you, Glenn, for this to have become such a big part of your life post-cricket? What does it mean to you?
Well, I'm very proud of what the McGrath Foundation has achieved and what it stands for. And, I'm very lucky I've got two very happy, healthy children. I think it's a great legacy for them. I've been lucky to have met someone else, and, my wife Sarah and the kid's stepmum have been a huge support too. So I am very lucky, but the McGrath Foundation, I just think, it's like I said, it's something I'm proud of.
But it keeps your connection.
It's about the nurses and about everyone else.
Yeah, it keeps your connection to cricket in a very meaningful way as well.
Well, it is, and cricket was my love, my passion, and to see the support for the foundation from cricket is amazing. But it's also goes both ways. I think the Sydney Test, there's a lot more families, a lot more women coming along to the game, so it's nice to think that we're having a positive effect on cricket as well. Absolutely.
Now, I don't want to get you bristling, but this Mitchell Johnson, he's starting to look very fine. Lots of people comparing him to you.
Oh, Mitchell's had an incredible series, and I tipped at the start of the series that he would have a big effect. And he's just been incredible. He's bowled with good aggression, hostility, but good control and consistency. And he's lifted the whole Australian team. He's done well. He's taken 31 wickets so far in the previous 4 tests. So he's had an exceptional series, and one of the reasons why Australia's not been dominant in this series, which is great.
Are you amazed by the turnaround of the cricket team? If you think just 3 months ago, having lost the Ashes.
No, I was always confident they could do it. I was confident that Mitchell Johnson coming back in would have a good effect. But then Dave Warner's found some form, which is great. Brad Haddon's been a big part, plus all the guys. So I think since Darren Lehman took over as coach, they've just got better and better. End of the Ashes series, I could see there was a lot of positives there. And then leading into this series, they've played exceptional cricket. They've planned well, they've executed well, they've done the basics very well, and that's what you have to do to be successful at this level. And if they keep going like this, they'll be #1 in the world before long.
And so, do you expect them to win the Sydney Test with ease?
Well, looking at the wicket out there's quite a bit of grass on it, so I'm sure the fast bowlers will be licking their lips. But the way the Australian team's played, it'd be only fitting to finish the series off with a win, 5-0, head over to South Africa, with good form on the board. And we're saying it's not going to be a 5-0 whitewash; it's going to be a 5-0 pink wash here at the Sydney Test. So I think the boys should win this test and finish the series off well.